Hello, Leos, and welcome to your December 2025 reading. So, of course, it's the last month of the year, the last moon of the year, the last reading of the year. So, of course, December we have Christmas and Hanukkah and all these beautiful celebration during this time. And of course, for me, it is the winter solstice. And so, since it's the moment where we're going to shift into more and more daylight as the days get longer, this is the time where we will put our intention into what we want to see growing. So, that's why often this is where we're going to make our resolutions or wishes or whatnot. But on the 21st of December, if you can do it consciously, this is a beautiful time to say, yes, this is what my focus, my energy, my willpower, the sun will start growing more and more into my life. We also have this month on the 4th of December, supermoon, Gemini moon. And what that Gemini moon is going to, full moon is going to bring, it's actually bringing the capacity, the Gemini capacity to inquire, research, understand, get different perspective on an area that was hidden. That's what the moon does. It reflects light. So into a shadow, a part we weren't conscious about. So it's a time where that moon can reveal a lot of things where we're gathering more information and trying to understand it or starting to understand it differently. We're in the month of Sagittarius, Sagittarius season until the 20th. And so Sagittarius, front neighbor of Gemini, is all about our core belief. So here we are, where at a point where if my beliefs were creating some kind of glass ceiling, were betraying me, were paralyzing me, hurting me in one way or the other, that Gemini moon is going to actually help you see those beliefs from different angle, from different perspective, so that having more information so that you can adjust them. So when it comes to planting your seed on the 21st solstice, and at the same time new moon in Capricorn, like a 2-for-1, that's when Capricorn's gonna ground your seeds, long-term goal, but now with a readjusted belief system. So that's beautiful. It's a very important shifting time. All right, so now let's see, Leo, what the tarot would like to tell you. What do you need to know for your best path in the month of December? So, okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give a reading for Leos for the month of December 2025. December 20. Oh, what did I do? Okay, almost mixed my cards, but not in the right way here. This way. Am I okay? Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. All right. One more time. Okay. Let's see. Give me 3 cards. Ooh, 4. All right. For Leos. One side. We have 2 6s, and they're both in reverse. So that means they're kind of suspended. And this one is, 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. That means there's things that need to be seen from a different angle, things that need to be understood when it came to mirrors in our lives. When the 2 of Cups is in reverse, that's, our connections. It doesn't have to be our lover. It can be our neighbor, sister, brother, parent, co-worker, whatever, friend, whatever. It's a mirror. It's our inner world, inner vibration, receptiveness, being mirrored by the way people act, what people do with us. So it's always going to be a mirroring one another. That's why it's not, when we talk about mirrors, it's not 2 men. It's not people act towards me the way I act towards them. Because if you had like 5 minutes of experience, you notice this is not the case. And you hear it often. It's like, hey, I act this way. I would never act this way. How are they doing it to me? That's why it's the inner feminine. So that means what I allow myself to receive, what I actually believe about myself, where I'm vibrating within myself, how I perceive things. That's it. It's all my receptivity, what I attract. That's the magnetism of the feminine. And then it's going to be mirror. The mirror is I'm going to see by the way people act. So it's not how you would act towards others. It's maybe what you believe and how you act on yourself. Okay, so that's this. And this is meant for us to rise our consciousness. The 2 snakes. Okay, rise our consciousness with these mirrors. If I see something I don't like, if somebody says something to me that is hurtful, the only way it can be hurtful is if I believe it, if I say it to myself, or if I've heard it somewhere from a very important person that I bought it completely, and now it's part of my own beliefs. That's the only way it can hurt. And so it's a mirror. If it hurts me, why does it hurt me? Is it true? Do I validate what he's saying? So as I'm growing my consciousness, it will allow me to transmute. There's the red lion with wings. Sign of transmutation in alchemy. So here, maybe around you, coming in the month, you will be conscious of certain negative mirrors. They're mirroring your shadow. They're not mirroring your light. We like these people. They mirror our light. They mirror our shadow. We don't like them. There's something that needs to be maybe forgiven, maybe turning, pushing ourselves away from old wounds and things like that drag this. Maybe this is actually going to finally allow us to open ourselves to receiving unconditionally, to have a more balanced exchange of energy, time, investment, commitment, value. Okay? So, let's see. So, probably somebody unfair that you haven't forgiven. So, this would be pretty much what it would sound like. So, then I think, there you go. Then you're going to say, you know what? I'm pushing myself away from that situation. The wounds it called back from the depths of myself, I'm going to keep the wisdom of it, 6 swords, but I'm not staying into that vibration. So it's going to kind of free your energy in a way. But when we leave old waters, it's good to bring some new one. Okay, the aces of cups are always available for us. So probably at one point this little guy will have to flip back up so that you can start experiencing different connections. All right, but you're turning the page, forgiving, moving on, and becoming your true beautiful self, King of Wands. So from the page to the king. Bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Wands, but in reverse. So probably these two. If you've been trying to shift, but the mirrors in your life are showing you, distortions and things like that. How can I bring my energy in a different way? It's gonna come naturally the moment you move yourself away from these waters. So that means away from, as long as I swim in those memories, that's what's going to be mirrored to me. As long as I swim in these resentments, pains, wounds, that's what's going to be mirrored to me. So that's why this is a very powerful card. And when I say forgiving, I'm not talking about a lobotomy here. And I'm not about talking about if I forgive, that means they become innocent and pure, which is a very distorted version of forgiving. It's just moving ourselves away from the collateral damage that we've lived and that we're still experiencing. Everybody's accountable for what they do anyway. So your forgiveness, giving back, and not staying in the pain does not affect the people that gave you the pain. It doesn't remove their karma or whatever. So don't worry about that. Let's clarify. Cut on the King of Wands. But see, at the end of the month here, King of Wands, you're in your power. For some of you, it can be a physical distancing. Others, it's more of an emotional, mental one. Okay. Let's see that Two of Cups in reverse for Leos. Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, we had a Four of Wands and Five of Swords. So Four of Wands is often like gatherings and things like that. But, everything you're going to see is going to be right there. Trust what you're seeing. There's nothing hidden in the Four of Wands. What is happening if there's a connection like this coming towards you or in your field right now? It is meant for you to actually show you that there's another state of being. Maybe that's the choice. At one point, you're going to have a choice to make. Maybe this is distorted, but you do have people that are welcoming you. I have the Five of Swords with that in reverse. So that's when we stop validating that this is our only truth. We've had so much disappointments and heartaches with this that, it's like, it's always the same thing, whatever. No, it doesn't have to be always the same thing. There's a Four of Wands here and an Eight of Wands. So don't let your mind tell you that it's always going to be like this. I'm always going to be misunderstood. I'm always going to be badly matched or whatever it is. Okay? Six of Swords. So there, and all the sixes are in the Tiferet here, the heart chakra. It's balance, harmony, beauty. It's the center that needs to be balanced if we want to, if we Taurus field. The more balanced the middle is, the more you can expand or reach high. Six of Swords. It's going to be a decision. Do I move from this? Do I forgive it? I need to, is this my truth? Which one of this is my truth? Which one of this do I validate? You might have, I have the Hermit, so trust your intuition, trust your inner truth here, your wisdom. King of Wands. I have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the judgment on what you actually want to bring forward. Okay, so because this is, you being strong, go-getter, all of this. So if you have something you want to bring forward, whether it is like a cup for somebody or anything like that, you're going to have to pull a judgment of all the experiences you had, the wounded selves that are opposite of good connection for whatever is that thing in your hand, that Ace of Cup. Because that can be a creative project, it can be your heart, it can be anything. This is who I am and what I am offering. This is my vibration. I'm offering my vibration. So when he's upright, he cannot be like, oh, what if nobody wants my vibration? What if somebody hurts me because I'm too vulnerable here or whatever? So that's referring to these experiences. And that's why you need to turn the page on them, rise them, judge them. If you want to be able to take that potential Ace of Pentacles and invest in it, run with it, act in a completely new pathway. So it's almost like you're going to forgive what you need, turn the page on, forgive, keep the wisdom, what you have to, in order to gain your power again. So, and it's going to be a choice. Two of Swords, usually it's a choice. So whether you're doing it physically because you have like people in your life representing these things, or it is within yourself, both of them will lead you into empowerment. So I'm going to call this empowerment. On this, my beautiful Leos, have a beautiful month of December. Of course, if you want a private reading or you want to offer one for Christmas for somebody or for the solstice or whatever, you go on mysticwitchtarot.com. Same for the book, if you want to offer a book or offer yourself the book or the course or whatever. And on this, I'm sending you all my love and light. And yeah, it's time to break the ceiling. Look at this from a different angle and make your choice. Turn the page. All right? All my love and light. And I'll see you next month, next year. Bye-bye.